Oh yeah, I wanted to. This is gonna be history lesson number two. My voice is so deep today. I don't like that, but I'm sick, so that's usually what happens. Uh, I remember. Alright, my foster mommy used to have snakes. I don't know if my twin sister told any about these stories, but she had snakes, and remember, I was always the one punished in my room. And she had one of them in a room with an iguana. The iguana, I know she named it Gaylord. Go figure. But I forgot what the python name was. Well, one day she couldn't find the python. How old was I? I don't know, maybe adolescent or teenager. Mr. Squeeze, was he dead yet? Mr. Squeeze was downstairs. That booger was over 6 feet. He was downstairs, but we was upstairs. And the python, she came in the room and she told me to look around. She said she think the python had got in my room. Told me look in my closet. I'm like, do what? I'm like, I know the boa constrictor is supposed to not be harmless, but you got goddamn python. You want me to look in my room? Then she told me I couldn't go nowhere. I'm punished. What? For what? And then she slammed the door. Uh, so you knew he had Mr. Squeeze had big candy some years ago, so now you want him to bite me. Mm-hmm. Now there used to be some mix-ups where my foster mama would call me Candy and Candy Brandy, but um, I used, I mean, it used to irritate both of us because she didn't like to be called my name mainly, and vice versa because mainly it would be like with fate when she would ask us for favors, this and that, right? So thankfully they dug a hole in the wall and it was over by Candy's um in in Candy's hallway. We had two hallways split, and you go at a certain part of the hallway and it will lead to Candy's hallway. It was in Candy's hallway by her room, and that's I forgot they tore the wall down or something, but some kind of way they found that python dead in the wall, and it had then had children, and they were all dead too. Uh, Laid eggs or some shit, but the python was in the wall, dead. Thankfully, I like this bitch trying to set me up to get bit. But the python had grew to be bigger as well, but not that big. It was big as Mr. Squeeze. Um, when we were younger, my foster mom was also trying to set me up. We had just got finished eating cereal, and she was cleaning out the snake tank, and the snake hadn't eaten yet. You know, snakes eat like rats, rabbits, but this time this motherfucker was eating rabbits. She told me to hold the snake tank, and I was young, so I didn't think none of it. She was telling me to hold the snake while she cleaned the tank. We both had just got finished eating cereal that morning. And so Candy was always with the competition. I'm about to prove something to y'all. But I wasn't trying to. I was trying to get at my foster mama with this story, but accidentally, I'm proving to y'all how Candy always got to be in competition and gotta win. Candy said, "No, she told me." I was like, "No." She clearly said my name. She told me to hold the snake. She said, "No, she told me." I was like, "Fine, have at it." The snake, she's holding the snake, and the snake is sitting there, erect as fuck. And he's sizing her up. And I observed what the fuck was about to happen. And I guess he felt my vibration from me screaming. Like, cause I knew what was, he was gonna bite her anyway, but I guess me screaming made it happen faster. Like, cause I was like, oh my God, he's about to bite her. And by me screaming, he bit her. And she just dropped him laying there. Cause after a while, my foster mom was just like, fuck it, one of y'all hold him, shit. But, it could have been me that got bit. That's what she was wanting. Miss competition, cause competition runs in the family. And it started with me observing it with her, and then I got older and learned with my biological mother and other siblings that I guess this just runs in the family. But why I gotta be competition with each other? Like, I don't like that. I never did like that. Always gotta be competition, or everybody gotta one up one another, and that's not family. That's not love. That's not. And then the the extremes people will go to one up one another. It sickens me. But uh, I do want to make this video longer, but it's just one of those things. Foster mama just did not give a fuck about us. She really didn't. Even when we got grown, we had to call her, see how she was doing, until I stopped. It's like, I'm not gonna be fucking running behind that lady and like I owe her something. It's in a mutual relationship. Or if she called me, it's her for her to jump down my throat and tell me what a shit mother I am when she's not physically there. And then it pissed me off. Like, when my daughter was first born, I would buy clothes for my daughter, and she would fucking get on me to make me go and get all the receipts and take them all back to the store because she said she already bought clothes for my daughter, and then turn around and say I never did a fucking thing for my daughter. She did it all for my daughter. Like, she was trying to set up some shit with getting my daughter taken away. And it was like, Heavenly Father, you know my intentions. You see, I am trying to, like, when my daughter was first born, she was all I had, at the time, her and my husband. But of course, my husband wasn't doing shit. But even in the midst of all that, they was like, okay, your husband don't want to do shit, you do it. Okay, fine. It got to get done somehow. That's what her husband was like, kind of coaching me on. My foster mom husband was kind of giving me some side information. Like I said, me and him, we didn't get along in the beginning, but um, she didn't like the fact that when her and him split up or whatever, maybe me and him was getting along and she hated that, but uh, he was giving me some side information like, husband don't want to pay the light bill, you pay it. He don't want to pay the rent, you pay it. He don't want to do for the kid, you do for the kid. Little shit like that. Um, but the one thing that he did that fucked me over was when she used to cry in her crate, and I would stop, like I would be trying to clean up, and she would cry in her crate, and I would stop cleaning up to go tend to her. And he came over. He's like, "Why the house looking like this?" I said, "Cause when she cries, I stop what I'm doing to go tend to her." He asked my husband why he not helping. He like, well, he been looking for work. So he like, so you ain't been helping. So he's like, Brandy, you just gonna have to let her cry when you gonna have to let her cry. So he said, babies crying is healthy for their lungs anyway. But he's like, you just gonna have to let her cry and get what you gotta get done. So it's like, that was part of why I gave my kids up to. I was getting too much confusing information, and it was like, god damn. So people was telling me do this and do that, and it was like wrong information. It was like, I did the best I fucking could. And like I said, foster mama sitting there, I buy a shitload of clothes for my daughter. Then she'll get mad at me and fucking drive me to the fucking store to take it all back and get all of her fucking money back. And then she'll be like, now here, this is what I bought for her. And I kind of saw what she was doing. Like I said, she fucking had a claim she had a case out on me before my daughter was even born. It was people that wanted me to fail. And then, like I said, my twin sister, she fucking go tell my foster mom I beating on my daughter. And I was like, those fucking Mongolian spots? But I'm the gang stalker. Get real. Get real. I'm the one hurting and harming you. But you knew and could see what my foster mama was doing, and you was all in on it. Yeah, yeah, and she, yeah, yeah, and she. But now you on YouTube telling your testimony about the abuse you went through with a foster mama. But you was right along catering to the damn abuse. Get real, man. And I didn't know till I started doing these videos how tied into the damn abuse. What my twin sisters, I knew my foster mama was, but I didn't realize how tied into the abuse my twin sister was. And like I said, my twin sister used to get joy out of my foster mama punching me with them goddamn rings. And her go running back telling my foster mama shit, even though she knew my foster, what, this is gang signs. It's just, I don't even realize I'm doing it till go back and look at the videos. But my foster mama had them rings and was I'm going to school with black eyes, busted lips and shit. Because my twin sister would get excitement running back telling my foster mom I did this and did that, and half the shit wasn't even true. But now I'm a fucking gang stalker.